A shocking announcement today from Capitol Hill. One of Ohio's longest-serving members of Congress is calling it quits. Republican Pat Tiberi says he's leaving to take over as president of the Ohio Business Roundtable. NBC4's Ted Hart live outside Tiberi's Worthington office with our continuing coverage on this big decision. Ted?
Well, and Mark, all indications were that Pat Tiberi would cruise to another re-election next year. He has more than $6.6 million in his campaign war chest. So this announcement today, it was a surprise.
When I go back to Washington, I'll work with anybody to improve our system.
That was election night last year, re-elected for an 8th term. Pat Tiberi did not go looking for another job. The offer came to him. And in a statement, he said, "Leaving Congress is not a decision I take lightly, but after a lot of consideration, it's the best one for me, my wife Denise, and our 4 wonderful daughters."
It's a big loss. It's a big loss for us.
Blaine Kelly is with the Ohio Republican Party.
He's been so great to the state of Ohio, to the 12th District. I'm a constituent of his, so I will miss him greatly.
Tiberi did not cite the political climate in Washington or the dysfunction of Republicans in Congress, but he joins a growing list of Republicans now choosing to leave or not seek re-election. Outside Tiberi's Worthington office, protesters gathered at noon, as they have every Thursday this year.
You know, maybe he's embarrassed by Trump. I have a feeling that Pat Tiberi probably is embarrassed by Trump. But rather than standing up to him and forcing his GOP colleagues to do the same, he's just running and hiding. You know, I don't think that's the solution.
Tiberi said he would step down by the end of January. Fellow Republican Congressman Steve Stivers, who chairs the National Republican Campaign Committee, said Tiberi's district was carried by Republicans from the top of the ticket down by double-digit margins. And he said he's confident its long record of electing conservative leaders will continue in 2018. And it is a sprawling congressional district from Mansfield to the north, down around Columbus, and then out east to include Zanesville. There are already 3 Democrats who had announced their intention to run against Pat Tiberi next year, and there will no doubt be several state lawmaker Republicans, as well as others perhaps, who will consider running now that Pat Tiberi has decided to step down. Live in Worthington, Ted Hart, NBC4.
All right, Ted, thank you. U.S. Senator Rob Portman releasing this statement after this big announcement. Tiberi has dedicated his life to bettering the lives of Ohioans and the issues that impact them most, and he has delivered results on behalf of his constituents.